Hey everybody, Speedy here. I got something I want to show y'all. But, I better start inside. Well, first of all, I finally got the steering column here out of Old Smoky that is sent off. Should have it back within a couple weeks or so. They're going to fully rebuild it and replace all the wiring harnesses, which does why my lights didn't work. The harnesses were screwed up. Yeah, they're going to do that, replace the ignition and fix the tilt. It's going to be fully rebuilt. And then all I'm going to need is my wheels and tires and rebuild the rear end. Don't know how well you can see. But the front of the drive shaft, connected is the worst leak, but it's leaking every possible place it can. And with 764,582 miles, almost right at 765,000, and everything on here being original, I'm just going to get the rear end rebuilt. But yeah, put the column in, some wheels and tires, rebuild the rear end, I can start driving. But the column being gone is like the point of the video here. Like, whenever you're working on your truck like me, or you're looking at buying one, and you need to start it, the column's gone, or the ignition's broken, or if your ignition breaks and you're like stranded somewhere, if you're out on the road, so you're not left stuck, you can be able to start your vehicle. All you gotta do is this. See this green wire? Get it? Get something like that. This is a 14 gauge. Right here on the pump, where this plugs on right here, where the green wire is connected, that's your kill switch. Put your little end on there, crimp it on, put it on, and route it away from everything so it don't get in your belt. And all you got to do is take this in. If you have an eyelet, it'll work, but be nice. But you can also just skin it, use the bare wire. You shove it in the positive on the battery, and you listen for the click. Here, that click means that's the click is the switch opening, and when you take it off the battery, then that click means it's closing. So you just shove it in here, and you might have to have some, if your compression ain't good, or if it's been sitting, which this has been sitting, you're probably going to need something like ether to spray in your intake in order to start it. Where I live here, it's this time of the year, it's hot. Like, it's over 100 degrees right now. So I can start this. This has not been run yet today, and this will be the first time I've started it. And about a week or two or whatever, because I've been working on it. I gotta replace the gear steering box too. So this is gonna be a cold start, and to show you how easy it starts up without the glow plugs, because even though mine are manual, you come around here and press the button. You listen, it don't click, because without the key being on, it ain't going. It won't function. And you turn the key has to be on to send the power. Then when you press the button, it grounds the relay, turns on the glow plugs. So with this set up like this, it ain't gonna start. Your glow plugs won't work. You probably have to spray some in there. Now I have to set you down, because I'm gonna have to have two hands, because these trucks require the throttle be wide open, full throttle when you spin the motor. Well, since I can't start it inside till I get my new column and ignition and mash the gas pedal, I have to hit the throttle with my left hand while I spin the engine over like I've been doing with the pry bar. And if you own one of these trucks, or one with the 6.9, which is the same thing as the 7.3, but it's smaller. The 7.3 is just a bored out 6.9 International. You need to keep you a wire like this with an end on it, bottle of transmission fluid, a power steering fluid, and a filter wrench to put in your fuel, to top your fuel filter off should you run out of fuel, because otherwise you have to repump the whole system and you'll kill your battery before that happens. If you still have the original mechanical pump down there. You got an electric pump, no problem. But you need to keep a bottle of transmission fluid, a power steering fluid with you, and the filter wrench so you can do your filter. This wire for emergency starts, if your ignition breaks. A couple tools and like a screwdriver and a pry bar to short your solenoid to spin the motor over, and a few other things, just in case you ever get stranded. Alright, gonna start it. There we go. Just so you know, the reason when it starts up, I don't hold the throttle, because being cold, it ain't good to rev the engine like that. That's why I let it up, and it surges. I try, surging, I try and pad it, or move the linkage, try and rev it up. Once it finally warms up a little, it'll rev up and it'll idle smooth. But I don't sit there and just hold it wide open once it starts, because I don't want to over rev it, and it's cold, and revving it like that cold ain't good. So I always hold it, the throttle open, so when the motor starts, I'll let up, and while it's surging, pad it, or move the linkage back and forth, try to get it to rev up, and once it warms up a little, it'll rev up, and I can rev it up a few quick times, and there you go. And doing this too, starting like this, none of your gauges are going to function. Without the ignition, the gauges don't function. Here's some revs for y'all. It's warmed up enough now, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Thanks for watching.